In round 6, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 30 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 stitch. Put 1 chain stitch first, then work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Finish a total of 30 single crochets in this round. Eight single crochets are done. Please finish the rest 22 single crochets by yourself. 30 single crochets are done. Finally, work 1 stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 6 is done. In round 7, start with 1 chain stitch, then work a sag up, 2 single crochets, 1 increase, 2 single crochets for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first, the first set, work 2 single crochets. Next, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then work 2 single crochets. Two single crochets, 1 increase, and 2 single crochets are finished. 1 set is done. Keep working 5 more sets. The second set, work 2 single crochets. Next, 1 increase. Then work 2 single crochets. We have demonstrated 2 sets. Please finish the rest 4 sets by yourself. Work 2 single crochets, 1 increase, and 2 single crochets as 1 set. 6 sets are done. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 7 is done. The stitches for rounds 8 to 11 are the same. In rounds 8 to 11, for 1 chain stitch, 36 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch for each round. We'll demonstrate round 8. For 1 chain stitch first, then work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Finish a total of 36 single crochets in this round. 8 single crochets are done. Please finish the rest 28 single crochets by yourself. 36 single crochets are done. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. Round 8 is done. Please finish rounds 9 to 11 in the same way as round 8, with 1 chain stitch, 36 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch for each round. Round 11 is done. Next, we'll install the safety eyes. Insert safety eyes between rounds 8 to 9 of the head, spacing 2 eyes 6 stitches apart. Turn the fabric, and then put on the safety back pieces. Two eyes are completed. Wrap the yarn around your fingers again. We'll continue crocheting. In round 12, start with 1 chain stitch, then work a cycle of 2 single crochets, 1 decrease, 2 single crochets for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The first set, work 2 single crochets. Next, work 1 decrease to combine 2 stitches into 1 stitch. A regular stitch has 2 loops. The loop close to us is the front loop, and the other one far from us is the back loop. We'll work the decrease through the front loops of the next 2 stitches. Insert hook through the front loops of the next 2 stitches. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the 2 front loops on hook. Yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on hook. 1 decrease is done.
Decrease is to combine 2 stitches into 1 stitch. There are 2 ways to make a decrease. Method 1. Insert hook through the front loops of 2 adjacent stitches. The loop close to us is the front loop. Hook the yarn and pull up loop through the 2 front loops on hook. Yarn around the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. That's a decrease.
Then work 2 single crochets. 2 single crochets, 1 decrease, and 2 single crochets are finished. One set is done. Keep working 5 more sets. Work 2 single crochets, 1 decrease, and 2 single crochets as one set. The second set, work 2 single crochets. Next, 1 decrease. Insert hook through the front loops of the next 2 stitches. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the 2 front loops on hook. Yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on hook. 1 decrease is done. Then work 2 single crochets. Two sets are done. The third set, work 2 single crochets. Next, 1 decrease. Insert hook through the front loops of the next 2 stitches. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the 2 front loops on hook. Yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on hook. 1 decrease is done. Then work 2 single crochets. Keep working 3 more sets in the same way. Work 2 single crochets, 1 decrease, and 2 single crochets as one set. Six sets are done. Finally, work 1 slip stitch. Round 12 is done. In round 13, start with 1 chain stitch, then work a circle up 3 single crochets, 1 decrease for 6 times. Finally, add 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The first set, work 3 single crochets. Next, work 1 decrease. 3 single crochets and 1 decrease are finished. One set is done. Keep working 5 more sets. The second set, work 3 single crochets. Next, for 1 decrease. The third set, work 3 single crochets. Next, for 1 decrease. We have demonstrated 3 sets. Please finish the rest 3 sets by yourself. Work 3 single crochets and 1 decrease as 1 set. 6 sets are done. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 13 is done. In round 14, start with 1 chain stitch, then work a sag up, 1 decrease, 2 single crochets for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. For 1 chain stitch first. The first set, for 1 decrease. Then work 2 single crochets. One decrease and 2 single crochets are finished. 1 set is done. Keep working 5 more sets. The second set, for 1 decrease and 2 single crochets. We have demonstrated 2 sets. Please finish the rest 4 sets by yourself. For 1 decrease and 2 single crochets as 1 set. 6 sets are done. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. Round 14 is done. Stretch the loop and remove the hook. Take out the fiber fill from the kits. Tear the fiber fill to make it fluffy, and then stuff the fabric with fiber fill. In round 15, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 9 decreases. Finally, end with 1 stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first, then work 9 decreases. Mark the first decrease, then continue to work 8 more decreases. Three decreases are done. Please finish the rest 6 decreases by yourself. 9 decreases are done. Finally, work 1 substitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 15 is done. Break yarn, leaving a long yarn tail for sewing. Yarn tail over the hook and pull the yarn tail out. Tighten up. Thread the needle with the yarn tail. Sew hole close by stitching through the front loops only of the last round. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the hole. Conceal the yarn tail inside the fabric, and finally cut off excess end. The head is done. Please crochet the head of the other axolotl in the same way with corresponding yarn on your own.